This small island in East Asia is not known for its oil reserves, rare earth metals, or nuclear weapons. And yet, the future of the modern world as we know it could depend on it. The technology produced here, that you may not have even heard of, supports global industries, modern armies, and entire economies built around it. Two major powers watch this island closely, each for reasons of their own. Reasons large enough that control over this place could become the spark for the next global conflict. This is the story of Taiwan and how it became the factory of humanity's future. In 1987, Taiwan founded a company called TSMC, the Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company. It didn't look like the start of anything historic, just a small factory with a simple idea: to build chips for companies that had the designs, but no factories of their own. Then, something interesting happened. Throughout the 1990s, Taiwan pushed deeper into this industry than anyone expected. It invested in clean rooms that had to stay dust-free at levels most people never experience. It brought in machines so precise they could carve circuits measured in nanometers, and it trained a workforce that understood how fragile and how valuable this process was becoming. While the rest of the world focused on making electronics cheaper, Taiwan focused on making them more advanced. Step by step, year by year, TSMC began pulling ahead, quietly, steadily, until it literally became impossible to catch up with. That shift changed far more than the chips themselves. Today, TSMC produces the most advanced processors on Earth. Not many people ever see them up close. They're thin, small, and silent. But inside those few centimeters are billions of microscopic structures that guide everything from smartphones and hospital machines to satellites, data centers, and the electronics that give modern militaries their edge. A modern microchip is smaller than a fingernail, but inside it are billions of microscopic switches. Each one turns on or off to carry information. They're arranged in layers so thin, they're measured on the scale of atoms. These layers get printed onto silicon discs using ultraviolet light, mirrors, and lenses pushed to their physical limits. An unwanted vibration, a temperature fluctuation, even a single dust particle in the wrong place can destroy the entire wafer. This is why the process happens inside sealed rooms, with machines that cost more than passenger jets. The more advanced the chip, the harder this process becomes. And the most advanced versions, the ones used for AI, satellites, high-security systems, and modern weapons, can only be built by a handful of facilities. Almost all of them are in Taiwan. The key to advanced chips is a technology called EUV lithography, extreme ultraviolet. Only one company on Earth builds EUV machines. They're made in the Netherlands. They cost over $200 million each, and assembling a single machine requires more than 400,000 parts. TSMC mastered them faster than anyone else. It built entire production lines around EUV, trained thousands of engineers in the process, and developed in-house methods no other nation has fully matched. This expertise can't be copied quickly. It is, quite literally, knowledge, coordination, and decades of refinement. Other countries have tried to catch up, but the gap remains. TSMC produces about 90% of the world's most advanced chips. No other nation has a facility with comparable scale, precision, or consistency. This concentration is what gives Taiwan a role far beyond its size. The United States sees TSMC as a pillar of its entire technological system. Its military aircraft, satellites, encryption hardware, and communication networks rely on chips built in Taiwan. If access to those chips suddenly stops, entire sectors would feel the impact. China's situation is different, but just as urgent. It consumes more chips than any other country, yet produces almost none of the cutting-edge versions. It spends more money importing chips each year than it spends on oil. For Beijing, gaining leadership in semiconductors is a national goal, and Taiwan sits directly at the center of that ambition. Two major powers depend on the same island for the same resource. TSMC's core facilities in Hsinchu and Tainan now produce the processors that essentially run the modern world as we know it. Nearly every nation on Earth relies on technology that originates from these few buildings. Taiwan became the place where the future is physically made. But Taiwan sits in an earthquake zone. Its factories cluster along a coastline only a few minutes from potential conflict. And almost all of the world's advanced chip-making capacity sits in this single location. The world has never been this dependent on one point on the map. For now, Taiwan keeps producing the technology that drives modern life forward, but the balance behind it grows more delicate each year.